Fugitive ex-Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra is likely to be appointed Thailand's trade ambassador in a government led by his sister Yingluck Shinawatra, the Thai party's representative said. Former Democrat leader Chuen Lik Pai said that Abhisit Wechashiwa is the most suitable candidate to lead the party. The Philippines, the strong player in the global outsourcing, spoke in the India-ASEAN negotiations for liberalizing mutual trade in services. Update the news around the world with Onganang Amatiyakul and Pasurang Desha Putharangsi in Asean Newsroom. Good morning. It's Wednesday, July the 6th. I'm Pasurang Desha Putharangsi.
And I'm Onganang Amatiyakul. It's only been 3 days, Kun Pasurang, from the general election, and it's all about Pheu Thai. To start off with today, fugitive ex-premier Thaksin Shinawatra is likely to be appointed Thailand's trade ambassador in a government led by his sister Yingluck Shinawatra, a source from Pheu Thai party said yesterday. The appointment is expected to be made after the formation of a cabinet, according to the source. And the source also said thanks to his good ties with the leading business and political figures in many countries, plus his wide experience, Thaksin could prove helpful to a new government in promoting Thailand's interest in trade talks. In this position, he does not need to be directly involved with politics. He also will have the opportunity to travel freely to many countries, the source added. Thaksin's legal advisor Noppadol Pathama said yesterday that he believed the ex-premier would be pleased with such an appointment. It is up to the next prime minister and whether she is brave enough to appoint her brother to help with her government duties, Noppadol said. He added that a trade ambassador was not a political position and the office holder would have no legal power. If he is appointed, I believe he will be happy, she said. He can travel to different countries by using passport issued previously to Montenegro, said Noppadol, who once served as foreign minister in Thaksin proxy government.
Plenty of choices are emerging for the post of new finance minister in this Pheu Thai government. Just as the Pheu Thai party seems likely to appoint an insider, there are calls for the appointment of a person with a proven record and experience, given Thailand's huge public debts and the extra burden that will come from the government's new policies. A source with Pheu Thai party yesterday that an insider was most likely and he must be able to work smoothly with the Bank of Thailand Governor Prasan Trairatwarakul. An outsider would not thoroughly understand our economic policies announced during the election campaign, the source said, adding that as an elected government, Pheu Thai did not need to fill key ministries with outsiders to secure public support. He did not foresee any clash with the central bank as Prasan was a former member of the October 14th student movement. He's a friend of ours. Prominent among the policies promised during campaigning is a cut in corporate tax from 30 to 23%, a minimum wage of 300 baht, and a minimum monthly salary of 1,500 baht for fresh graduates. While the tax cut could shave off revenue, a bigger economy and more investment will raise it.
A source from Pheu Thai party said there will be no red shirt leaders in the new cabinet to be headed by Pheu Thai and would-be Prime Minister Yingluck Shinawatra. The Pheu Thai source implied that the party should not allow red shirt leaders to taint its hard-earned positive image. After Yingluck announced a Pheu Thai-led coalition yesterday, it is deemed that the new cabinet must maintain a positive image because there are high public expectations. The source mentioned that this will be the last chance for the party. If Pheu Thai lets a new problem emerge, not only will the party be unable to survive, the Shinawatra will also be doomed. Therefore, there will be no red shirt leaders being admitted to a Pheu Thai-led cabinet. According to unofficial election results, the new coalition will have 299 elected MPs, with 265 of them coming from Pheu Thai. Ying Lak, who is the youngest sister of fugitive ex-premier Thaksin Shinawatra, said that she would wait for the official result to be announced by the Election Commission.
With several economic and political troubles lying ahead, the honeymoon period of the Pheu Thai government might not last very long.
The Pheu Thai party will have to tread several political minefields despite being able to form an outright government after winning a majority. First is the nomination of ex-Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra's sister, Ying Lak Shinawatra, as Thailand's first female Prime Minister. Ying Lak will have to brace for tough scrutiny on her past and her background, especially the accusation of being Thaksin's proxy, or in his words, my clone. A censure debate by Democrat politicians in the opposition could be a really bad nightmare for her. In addition to the premier, the appointment of Pheu Thai-led cabinet will come under close watch by the public. Red shirt leaders who are high on Pheu Thai's party list, such as Jatuporn Prompan, Nathawut Saikia, Weng Tochirakan, are expected to be rewarded for their hard work during last year's political unrest that led to the jail. Appointing the three who are high on Pheu Thai's party list as cabinet member might pose a threat to its stability. Many of them are facing severe charges such as terrorism and lèse-majesté. However, if they fail to get appointed, their friends in the red shirt movement might feel offended. Another minefield involves Pheu Thai government's relationship with the military and the appointment of a new defense minister. There has been speculation that Pheu Thai may approach outgoing defense minister General Prawit Wongsuwan and former army chief General Anupong Paujinda to serve in the same post in its government. However, Anupong was also one of the generals who overthrew Thaksin's government in 2006. Both Prawit and Anupong are close to the current army chief General Prayut Chan-o-cha, who does not appear to be on good terms with Pheu Thai politicians. Another dilemma for Pheu Thai involves how it deals with those responsible for the 91 deaths during last year's political chaos. While red shirt leaders blamed army commanders and politicians in power for all the deaths, investigations showed that armed militants within the red shirts were also responsible for many casualties, particularly those of soldiers and policemen. The biggest political time bomb for Pheu Thai is the issue of granting amnesty to Thaksin. Although Pheu Thai has insisted amnesty is not intended for Thaksin alone, it is undeniable that the fugitive ex-prime minister is going to benefit. It is also the main reason Thaksin sent his youngest sister into the political fray. Pheu Thai could also trip over other political landmines as time passes. A veteran political observer said it would be far more difficult for the party and Thaksin to deal with an election victory than a loss. สมฤทัยทรัพย์สมบูรณ์พิระเดชตันเรืองพร The Nation Analysis for ASEAN TV.
Well, let's reflect back 3 days ago. The People Network for Election in Thailand said the exit poll on the election day has an accurate prediction over the election results, comparing with other polls, and the results indicated different polls perspectives. Somchai Si Suthiyakorn, a member of People Network for Election in Thailand, or PNET, suggested a perspective shift in each of the parties running the election campaign. The Democrat Party has mostly changed with 33.31%, with Pheu Thai's image has only changed 22.64%. The analysis taken from the research in each area found out that the change in Bangkok is accounted for 31.48%, with the Democrat Party losing its streak, whereas 14.34 is for Pheu Thai, 6.95 is for Chuwit's Rak Thailand, and undecided vote is around 5.70%. However, the establishment of Rak Santi Party, which accounts for 1.96%, did not have any impact on the Democrat Party's popularity. But the abstained voters has affected the popularity of the Democrat Party. The Democrat Party has lost its political stronghold around 40% in Middle Region, in which 22.57% went to Pheu Thai Party. In the northeastern region of Thailand, the Democrats lost 50% and Pheu Thai gained 31.43%, while Phum Chai Thai Party got 7.72% and the rest for 5.89%. This result is in the big number of Pheu Thai representatives in the region being elected, accounting for 101 people. This indicated that the Pheu Thai Party literally won over the Democrats. Fortunately for the Democrats in the South, they still hold almost 100% of the total representative numbers. The numbers of undecided voters was also rare.
Well, obviously, with several economic and political troubles lying ahead, the honeymoon period of Pheu Thai Party might not last very long. Patra Securities' report issued yesterday suspects that the feel-good factor will likely be short-lived. There will be contradictions between campaign promises and economic policies. Patra Securities said commitment to restrain the high cost of living contradicts with promises of high-rise prices and a sharp jump in minimum wages. It said government policies could end up adding to inflationary pressures and budget deficits that would be harder to finance with the BOT's promises of more interest rate hikes. Prasan Trairatwarakul, governor of the Bank of Thailand, has warned that the new government should not run deficit of more than 350 billion baht because it could add to the inflationary pressure. Bank of Thailand's policy rate is now standing at 3%, and it could go up to 3.75% by the end of this year to stem the pressure of high prices. Higher cost of living is one of the contentious issues that contributed to the defeat of the Democrat Party at the Sunday poll. Patra Securities also warned that the Pheu Thai's political agenda could soon lead to friction with the military and conservative elements, such as reopening the investigation of the military crackdown last May. Cambodia National Reconciliation, which could include amnesty for Thaksin Shinawatra, who still towers over Thai politics, are also sensitive issues. Finally, there are two cases that could be filed to dissolve Pheu Thai and one case linked to Thaksin's asset concealment. They could be filed against Yingluck Shinawatra, who is potentially Thailand's first female prime minister.
Mega infrastructure projects such as the high-speed trains and rapid expansion of the mass transit in Bangkok are likely to be implemented by the Pheu Thai-led government, fostering the rapid growth from urbanization. In its report issued yesterday, Credit Lyonnais also said telecoms and transportation upgrades are also high on the implementation agenda. Populist policies to raise wages and salaries, reinstate low-cost healthcare, support rise prices, and restructure debt are likely to raise consumer demand. The risk is that Pheu Thai, which captures 265 out of 500 MP seats, did not win Bangkok. Democrat Party won 70% of Bangkok seats. However, the victory margin is likely large enough to ward off any challenges in the foreseeable future, provided the Pheu Thai's leadership response is sensible and sensitive. A short-term happiness rally seems likely. Credit Lyonnais is to revise upward the Stock Exchange of Thailand's target of 1,200. It recommends investors to buy banks, properties, and consumer stocks. Dan Feynman, research analyst of Credit Suisse, said the Sunday election, which delivers the Pheu Thai's victory, is positive to Thai market and recommends investors to take more aggressive market stance. Early last month, Credit Suisse neutralized its investment portfolio, but now it is taking a more bullish stance in the bank and property stocks, the two sectors considered politically sensitive but fundamentally attractive.
Coming up next, opposite is best to lead the Democrat, according to Chon Lee Pai. And of course, Yingluck Shinawatra paid visit to the American embassy about the Independence Day celebration.